Aphids are an extremely common pest in the UK. Aphids are capable of acting as a vector, thereby transferring microbial pathogens between many different species. They particularly infest roses and tomatoes. Gardeners will often cultivate ladybirds to control the spread of disease to their plants via aphids. Suggest how this may work and give an advantage of using a natural pest control as opposed to artificial pesticides. 2 marks. So for the first mark, you need to explain why introducing ladybirds into the area will act as a biological pesticide. And that is because the ladybirds will eat the aphids and reduce the size of the population. That means that if the ladybirds will prey on the aphids, eat them, there will be less aphids around and therefore less aphids around to spread disease. You then need to come up with just one advantage of using a natural pest control as opposed to an artificial pesticide. So the ladybirds and the aphids are an example of a natural biological pest control. So you can have any one of the following. So the ladybirds will only eat the aphids, so they don't damage the plants. That means that the ladybirds are specific to the aphids. They won't eat the plants, so the rest of the crop won't get damaged, which is what often happens with artificial pesticides. Pesticides are less specific, so many damage plants themselves as well as the aphids. So that's what we've just talked about. We've said that if you spray on a pesticide, an artificial one, it will also damage the plants and not just the aphids. There's also many unknown damaging effects of artificial pesticides, for example, running off into watercourses when we think of eutrophication, polluting drinking water, and the effects of humans eating those treated plants. So it might be possible that those pesticides can get transferred up the food chain, whereas if you're just using ladybirds, that's not going to happen. It's far safer.